What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of Y&R, I could not believe Jack and Victor were being so cordial with each other. I was somewhat shocked by that. I said, okay, Jack and Victor are being nice to each other, semi-nice. I said, okay. After years of feuding, I think once you get older, I think it starts to mellow you out a little bit. And somewhere along the line, I think Jack and Victor have always loved feuding with each other because it kept the adrenaline up for them. It kept things interesting for them. But I think as they got older, more mellow, I think they definitely respect each other. I definitely think that. I don't think Jack hates Victor as much as he did probably have in the past, and I don't think Victor hates Jack as much. I don't think they do. I think they really have a respect for each other, but they love the feud between them. The business feud because it keeps them on their toes. You know what I mean? But it was good that the writers took a break from Jack versus Victor for a while. You know what I mean? Do I think it'll pick up down the line? I think it will. I definitely think it will because I don't think Jack and Victor will ever fully stop feuding. But it was good to see them, a little cordial. And, Jack was asking about Adam and stuff like that. And I really think Victor didn't like Jack asking about Adam, seeing as how Jack has not been there for Adam. And my thing is, ever since Adam came back, we rarely, if ever, see Jack and Adam together. And they were getting close over the years. Over the years, they got pretty close. So for them not to have any real scenes with each other is kind of baffling. It kind of feels like the writers are undoing that little friendship, which I hate that they would do because Jack and Adam, I actually like their friendship. You know what I'm saying? He was like another father to him. Um, I feel like in a lot of ways, Jack was the father to Adam that Victor should have been. Compassionate, just talking to his son. You know what I mean? Like that's something that Victor never really does with Adam. You know what I mean? Like not until recently, really. Usually it's always with some type of anger or something that he would talk to Adam. But Jack was always there to see both sides of the coin and be there for Adam and stuff like that. So I kind of missed that relationship. Um, but I definitely understand where Victor's coming from. He felt like Jack exaggerated his closeness with Adam because he felt like just like everybody else in that town, he feels Jack turned his back on Adam too. Because at the end of the day, if you're such a friend to him, where are you in his time of need? Like, why are you not reaching out trying to find out where he is so you can help? Why are you not trying to team up with Victor to help Adam if that's your friend? You know what I mean? That's why Victor was saying what he was saying, and he really didn't even want to have that conversation anymore with Jack. But he did put, Jack's bill on his bill or whatever. He paid for Jack's drink or whatever. I said, go ahead, Victor, paying for folks' drinks. I should have been there and got him to pay for mine. Um, but it is good, like I said, to see them more cordial and whatnot. So of course, Nick continues to be a jackass. It's like he came to Crimson Lights, saw Faith. He was all nice and stuff like that, trying to be there for Faith or whatnot. But of course, he has to talk about Adam. He has to bring Adam up to Sharon because he wanted to know from Sharon, did she tip Adam off or whatever about him and Ray going to the cottage or to the lake place, the lake apartment or wherever the hell Adam was. Um, in my opinion, two things. One, I agree with everybody. Ray should not be on this case. He should not be investigating his own poisoning. Um, Usually, cops are not allowed to investigate their own cases or whatever, especially if they're the victims of the case. Um, but of course, we don't have a chief of police to rein him in because for whatever reason they keep refusing to put Doug Davidson on, which I think is just poor judgment on the producers and on the network and stuff like that because Doug Davidson, man, that's over 40 years of history. You know what I'm saying? So to not have him on this show any longer in that capacity, I think is stupid. And to not have any of his children on the show, I think is stupid because that's a huge legacy family, the Williams family. And I just think it's totally ridiculous. Um, so yeah, if Paul was there, Paul definitely would have took Ray off the case. And I swear, Genoa City right now feels like fucking Mayberry. It seems like they only got one hotel, one coffee house, one cop, It's everything is one 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 one, and I get it might be a budget issue or whatever, but damn, y'all making it look like Mayberry up in that bitch. I'm just saying, get it together. We need more things like, and I'm gonna get on the hotel situation a little later because there was a situation with that. But yeah, so Ray would definitely not be investigating his own case. Two, Nick would not be allowed to go apprehend a wanted person. And Nick sitting there, oh, I'm coming. I remember that episode. He told me, oh, I'm coming. No, 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 no. Any real cop would have told him, no, you cannot come. Adam is, they're on a manhunt for Adam. There's a warrant out for Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's an all post bulletin out, there's an APB out for him. And if you have a lead on where he is, why would you take a civilian or let a civilian go with you or tag along with you to go apprehend a suspect? That's not how that go. Nick would not have been allowed to go. Um, just a few things I wanted to point out. I'm just saying, it's like, come on, make it make sense. I understand it's daytime, so of course you have to suspend disbelief in a lot of cases, but some things I just have to point out because it's like, no. Um, so yeah, Victor went to go talk to Sharon or whatever alone, and basically he laid on a huge guilt trip with her. And you know that he noticed that Faith was talking with Moses Winters and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh, it's good to have somebody to lean on," because he used to have Neil to lean on. He could trust Neil, and basically insinuating how Adam thought he could trust Sharon, and she turned him in. So of course, Sharon was looking all guilty and feeling guilty and stuff like that. And I think that's the reaction Victor wanted from her. That's exactly what Victor wanted. He wanted her to feel guilty about turning Adam in because she believed his innocence and stuff like that and claimed to want to help, but then you turn him into Ray. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So I totally understand where Victor's coming from. But now that that's over with, hopefully Sharon can leave Adam the hell alone at this point because I really feel like Sharon needs to move on from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see her and Adam as a viable couple. I really don't because Sharon has worked her ass off to try to move past certain things in her life and try to build a different life for herself. And I feel like her getting back with Adam is a total backslide. It's like, no. Her getting back with Nick, in my opinion. I feel like her and Nick might be the end game one day when the show is finally put down, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I definitely feel like Sharon's one of them people who deserve happiness too. But she has to want it. And I feel like she keeps going back to toxic situations. I never really liked her with Nick because I always felt like Nick was too damn controlling. I never liked her with him. Um, so anyway, I love the scene between Devon and Moses, them reminiscing about Neil and stuff, and him putting on the jazz record, and I freaking loved it. Moses is definitely, I think, going to be one of my favorite characters, new characters. Well, not new, but newcomers. I think he's going to be my favorite. He's going to be definitely one of my favorites. Faith, I love the new Faith, the new actress that played Faith. I love the old actress that played her, but I'm loving this new one. Um, and I'm loving the chemistry between her and Moses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that Faith has somebody genuine that she can talk to. A good genuine friend. And she basically, told him about her, outpatient rehab, her community service, her drinking and taking the truck. Like she just unloaded everything on him. And most normal people would have probably ran when somebody told them all that craziness in their life. They probably would have just skedaddled. Moses didn't run. He was not scared. He wasn't nothing because he understood because his dad, he went to AA meetings with Neil and stuff like that. He spent time with Neil and went to AA and all that good stuff. So, he's not afraid of people who drink or whatever the case. I don't think Faith has an alcohol problem. I wouldn't call her an alcoholic. I wouldn't say that. But, nipping it in the bud now is to prevent alcoholism. So I'm glad that they're doing outpatient rehab with her now. Um, because her first instinct was to run to the bottle when things got tough, and that's a surefire sign of a future alcoholic, especially at this age. I'm glad. Hopefully, they're nipping it in the bud now because that's the last thing we need is another alcoholic. But yeah, I'm loving her and Moses though. Hopefully they don't go too fast. You know what I'm saying? I rather them just keep doing what they're doing now, stay in the friend zone, be kids, don't be too grown. Um, and figure out what they're gonna do later. Because I'm pretty sure later it's gonna be some bumps in the road with them too, but I'm looking forward to it. Um, So anyway, moving on from that, Devon, Nate, and Amanda. I'm glad Amanda let Devon know that she's tired of long secrets and stuff like that. Like she's done with secrets when it comes to her family, when it comes to Devon, she's not doing the whole secrecy thing. And, Devon wants another chance with her. And I'm guessing by that kiss that she's willing to give him another chance. My only thing is hopefully Devon does not mess up this opportunity. Like, don't get me wrong, Devon's a good dude. He really is. He's good. He just made a dumbass decision. But he was honest with her though, and he let her know like he does have strong feelings for Amanda. But some of his feelings for her is clouded because of who she looks like, because she looks like Hillary. But he does want to move forward with Amanda. And hopefully, Elena's in his rear view mirror. Yeah, I hope he's really done with that situation with Elena. Hopefully he is. Um, Usually when you kiss or have sex with an ex, that tells you if you want to be with that person or not. Like once when y'all broken up and y'all go back and y'all had that one little tryst, that pretty much is a make or break moment because that tells you if there's still something there or if that was just the last hoorah, like you realize, yeah, there's nothing here no more. You know what I'm saying? Usually. I'm not recommending that for some people, but I'm just saying usually that's what it is. um I just hope that Amanda is going into these situations with both eyes wide open. Hopefully she's going into the Devon situation and the her family, her biological family situations both with eyes open. She know what she's doing. Because I love Amanda. I really do. I love that character. She's a dope character. Um Nate, what pisses me off is that we've been through all of this nonsense with Devon and Nate. When Devon punched him and Nate pretty much couldn't operate anymore. So we went through all of that drama between the two of them. Neither one of them ended up with Elena. So my whole thing is at this point, all we get now from Nate and Devon is awkward conversation now. And I don't like that. Because not only are they cousins, but they're friends. You know what I'm saying? And they've known each other way longer than they've known Elena. So to let a woman come in between y'all is so ridiculous, especially when neither one of y'all ended up with the girl. And I feel like Nate should move on too because clearly he still has feelings for Elena. God only knows why. I mean, Nate needs to just move on. He does because that girl is too fickle for him. And I just feel like it's plenty of people out there. Go find you somebody. Um, but Nate has had quite a few failed relationships so far. Like him and Abby, that failed. Him and Amanda, that failed. Him and Elena, that failed. It's like, bro, you need to figure it out. Like, what you gonna do with these little failed relationships? But I hate the awkwardness between him and Devon. Like, I really wish that they could fix that. I really do, because family is family, and the relationship they had, I would hate to see that messed up. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. I love seeing Nina and Ashley together, talking and stuff. I totally understand where Nina's coming from. Like Nina's concerns are definitely valid because even though Mariah and Devon have great intentions of helping Chance and Abby out, I feel like what if they do get attached to this child? And Ashley talking about, well, they have a contract and yada yada yada. It don't matter. It don't matter about no contract. You can't fight your feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. Damn paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like Nina's concerns are definitely valid, and I've been feeling like that since they started this mess because I knew it was going to be some drama at some point, and I know it will be because there's no way Mariah could sit there and have a whole human being inside her stomach and not grow attached. And Devon's definitely gonna grow attached at some point. Like he definitely will, especially probably once the baby gets there and he sees the child and knows that the child has his DNA, his facial features. He's gonna get attached. So Abby and Ashley and everybody else better heed Nina's concerns because they're definitely valid. Um, I love that Phyllis and she held this party at the Grand Phoenix or whatever for Abby. Even though her and Abby are not the best of friends, but it was nice that she did that for her and Mariah and stuff like that. and they were all just together partying and all that good stuff. Um, until the heat went out. The heat done went out, and everybody in the hotel was all freezing and shit. And Phyllis had to basically beg people not to go to the athletic club. And this is what I'm talking about when I said one hotel. I find it totally stupid that they only have one hotel. Like, iconic sets such as the athletic club should be reinstated. I miss the athletic club. It was like such a staple on this show. So for that to no longer be around, I think is messed up. They need to reinstate that. Um, and on top of that, you have the athletic club and all that. I think they need to bring it back. Um, my whole thing, and going back to the whole Abby situation, she got a text from Chance, or whatever. My whole thing about that is I don't like this whole have a baby while your husband is away for months at a time shit. I don't like that, because when is Chance supposed to be coming back? Like, is he gonna be here for the baby's birth? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just find it to be stupid and awkward. He should be here for his child. And then they talking about what if they want a second child or whatever. I'm like, no, this ain't gonna work. I feel bad for Abby, because it's like she's going through all these things by herself without her husband. That's kind of stupid to me. So anyway, Sally, I definitely feel like Sally messed with that heat. You can't tell me that girl didn't mess with that heat. And then she sitting there taunting Phyllis or whatever, talking about, oh, if I wanted to mess with you, I hit you where you live and da 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 da. And as soon as she said all that, Jack overheard that conversation, and he was stunned by what he was seeing. And he basically made it clear to Sally, like, he feels like their relationship is not going to go any further. And, Sally, of course, was pissed off. At least Nick came by and fixed the heat. Um, Sally is her own worst enemy. It's like she keeps letting Phyllis or Summer or whoever get under her skin. It's like, grow up. You have a good job. Her and Jack were getting close, but she keeps messing it up, though. It's like, at the end of the day, Jack is an older gentleman. He's an older guy. He's been through a lot in relationships, and I think at this stage in Jack's life, he doesn't want another complicated relationship. And that's what I think drew him to Sally, because she's young. Not because she's young, but because she's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's energetic, she's fun, she makes him try new things, like the new jacket she got him. It wasn't really his style, but he liked it. It brought out the fun in him. And I think that's what Jack wants in his life right now. That's what he wants in a relationship, more so. I think he wants fun, less complicated. He's dealt with complications in relationships for over 30 years. You know what I mean? It's like he's ready for something fun, And I think Sally is starting to take the fun out of it because of her feud with Summer and Phyllis. And I think he's starting to see that, and he's like, yeah, I don't want this. It's becoming too complicated. It's becoming too much drama. And that's something Jack doesn't want. He gets enough drama at the office and with the family and stuff like that. He doesn't want that in his relationship. And Sally just keeps on inviting drama. So it's like he's, falling back off of her. And I can't really say that I blame Jack for that. Um, because once things start getting complicated, it's like, I don't want to be with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you want fun, you want peace, and Sally brought him that for a time. But this feud with Phyllis is going to be her downfall. It's going to be her undoing, because you got everything you want. You and Jack were good. You got the good job. You got everything you want. Why mess it up over Phyllis, a middle-aged woman who ain't got no life? Come on now. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. This was pretty decent. It's a pretty decent episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought, and I'll see y'all all later. Peace.